Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? Guys, I am pretty excited about the future that could happen with this show, but Boruto has been throwing us for a couple loops and turns, and I think this episode has one of the more funnier loops and turns where the main character this week is definitely a character I wanted to know more about, seeing how she showed up in the manga of Ninja Gaiden, I believe, or like it was it was her showing up and we learning that Ki, not Kimaru, Shikadai or Shikamaru was going around and after the falling of his leader he knew of the kid that his wife was pregnant with, or somehow I already kind of spaced that out. That's why I like to usually watch shows that relate to it so you can have a good understanding of what it really means for certain characters to even show up. But overall, knowing that this kid was going to be born, he easily wanted to be involved in the life of this kid that his mentor just pretty much passed away and can't see. And because of that, it just goes to show you why this show can be so well proclaimed, but at the same time, it feels like this will be a missed target if they don't really, give us the flesh out version of this character, or like usual with how these shows like to do, they bring us these characters for one or two reasons. To build them up so when the crash comes, it actually feels more relatable. Seeing how this character is more of a background, like very strong ninja potentially. Like there's so much potential within her, and with how many characters they've already kind of given this moment to, it doesn't surprise me that her episode turned out like this. And it looks like next week actually will be a continuation of what we were seeing with Kakashi and Guy. So that was the only really surprising thing that came out of this week's episode. I thought this was just going to be this one and done, how they usually get down, but it actually turns out to look like we're going to get something else, which has me hopeful for something to pop off. But that's the funny thing about this episode. That's what actually makes me chuckle after thinking about it, or kind of seeing the first part and then just thinking of it the whole time because it was on my brain. But think about it like this. What was our character most excited about and happy, or like looking forward to? Was all the things that everybody in the Naruto fandom, or even now in the Boruto fandom, are looking forward to. The fights, the next ultimate ninja mission that's supposed to lead into a secret hidden base and teach us about the next people who were attacking on accident. All of these things that could happen on this mission with Kakashi. Oh my god, will he get his shotgun gun back? The animators just have fun with toying with the fans. There's a part in this episode where Kakashi has two red eyes like he has both shotguns only over his makeout book. You know what I mean? Like there's all of these little nods that if you know the show for what it was trying to become at Naruto time, it was really serious and took itself almost too serious at times, but that was also the better parts was when it didn't take itself so seriously. So I think this is his way of trying to capture on those moments that weren't taken so seriously and very just kind of like goofy. And man, did the animation make all of that look so ridiculously hype. Just his explanation of why this place was so important to him and how they animated it was phenomenal. I would love to see them do like a comedy, more comedy types of shows in the future if that's what the animation would look like. Um, but overall, though, man, I think with what I was going with is she literally is the fandom. She wants the best of the best, and that isn't what started to come out of this. I mean, she even they they even threw a tidbit in there where it was such a small detail, but even to miss that little bit of a detail is a huge like default in her character as well. Not only just like a little bit of a jab at the audience. It it goes to tell you that she mistaked 2 for 20, and because she mistaked 2 for 20, she's absolutely not prepared for a 20-day, like overnight visit in this place that they're at. So it just goes to show you that if you aren't paying attention to the small details, this show might be dissing you and you don't even know it. No, but it just goes to show me that they definitely know what you are looking forward to, what everybody should be looking forward to. And I I honestly don't know if they're going to get anything. I'm trying to think of the right way to put this. I see how the character could be developed because she even has the weapon of her father, and there's a lot of the past being brought up for her, like, talking about her father and comparing her and stuff like that. So overall, I don't really remember seeing much of him as a kid, her father as a kid. So this might be our gateway into seeing that, which is also pretty cool. Um, but with her having all of this potential and not really being shown nearly as much as, let's say, Shikadai, for instance. Like Shikadai seems like he's been in a lot of episodes compared to like all the other new kids that have been shown to have some type of potential of growing and stuff like that. Shikadai is one of the bigger ones that have been showing up. Mitsuki is huge, and there's a character that they haven't even really introduced, the one we see in the very beginning, in Kawaki, that he sees and says, "This is how it's gonna be, brother." I'm just interested in all the build up, and to think that the village is going to get absolutely wrecked, and sooner or later, that should go to tell you that a lot of these characters are on the chopping block at any time when some like really big event pops off. So that's my mindset this whole time, and I've been looking very, very deep into why some characters are getting much more attention paid attention to them at moments like these that are growing and growing in the story. So I don't know. I want to hear what you guys are thinking about Boruto. I definitely was almost not feeling the episode at a minute, and then I started to think about the potential of what this character could become, and I was just like her and waited 23 minutes when I should have only waited 2 minutes. I knew 2 minutes in that this episode she wasn't gonna learn anything or grow any stronger and stuff from this stuff, but I still watched it, so that's the point, okay? So, with that in mind, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am the Anime G, and I hope to talk to you in the next one. I will be dropping Fairy Gone and other videos very, very soon, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that release of those videos. With so much coming out, I definitely just don't have enough time to do them all, but I will try my best. So, with that, peace.